We can do that appointment.
Okay. Yep. Is 12 o'clock noon or thereabouts. We will call this special meeting of the DeKalb County Commissioners to order. Your lights on. The first item of business is a Newville Township Board appointment. A prior board member has resigned more than 30 days ago, and it is now the commissioner's appointment to a new member. And per Rick Ring, the new person to finish the term till December 31st of this year. We have a nomination, if you would approve it, of Jeff Miller to the Newville Township Board.
So move. Second.
I have a motion and a second to appoint Jeff Miller to the Newville Township Board. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 3-0. Now, we get to move on.
Okay. I don't know what you guys want to go through a little background. If you want to start at a certain, Helen, this is probably on you.
That's it. I think, should we start with the proposal and qualifications to design, build, operate, and maintain. Start with that one.
Okay. So on the 12th, August 12th, the council has decided to allow us to go down the process of building a new jail. So part of that process is to put an RFP out to get some votes, basically, to get some people involved to see what the jail is going to cost, get a guaranteed maximum on it with the BOT. So I did send you the RFPQ. It'll have to be updated a little bit because it was set up for Monday's meeting. We pushed it out, so I'll have to update a little bit of it. Is there anything in that you guys are concerned about, have questions about?
I see none. No, the only question I had was what the RFP, but it's going to cost, but it's through the bond process, and we are not going to know that for quite some time.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it goes through the bond, so until we can get that guaranteed max, we won't have a clue what the bond's going to look like, and we're going to go through that process. So we're going to put it out there and let's see what everybody kind of gets back to us on it. Are you guys okay with what is in there? Because it has construction of a new county jail that includes a DeKalb County jail facility, 56,000 square feet roughly, 235 beds roughly, sheriff administration office, evidence and property stores, multiple purpose training rooms, expansion of intake and booking, full kitchen, full laundry, sally port for inmate transport, medical support space, and jail chemical addiction program, housing, classroom, and support. There is an alternate into it of the alternates are the county morgue. We've talked about adding a pop out for the morgue onto it as an alternate, so we can see how much that's going to cost onto it. I wish Andrew was here. I had a couple questions for him, but we do have the blueprints pretty much done, 95%. I'd be very favored to go ahead and use those blueprints, but I need to ask him how that would be a part of the RFPQ to let everybody know that's the blueprints that we are probably going to most likely use. So, do we know if Andrew's coming at all, Susan? I texted him, he hasn't responded.
He'll be up in court.
So.
Ready.
It's an open meeting, so people gotta hear what you say, yeah.
I talked to Andrew this morning. He said he was going to be a little bit late, but he was planning on trying to get here.
Okay. So I'm okay with waiting just a little bit till he gets here, because I do have questions about how that process is gonna work. I know everybody in the audience is gonna have questions about how that process works too. So,
Yeah, I believe we can go ahead with elevitis, though, correct?
that's part of the questions though.
Okay, so no.
So those two things kind of coexist with each other, so there's not much we can do there. But we can go to the other ones if you want.
Barnes and Noble. I'm sorry. Barnes and Thornburg. I believe we can move on that one.
That is the bond council, correct?
Yep.
Let me try to find my notes here.
Yes, it's the, concerning the jail financing.
Mhm.
This is the representative for the sale of one or more series of bonds by the county for the jail.
Correct.
And, pardon me?
Correct.
Yeah.
So I'm just pulling my notes. So I reached out to Randy Rompala, I believe is his what? Rompola. He has done the bond counsel for, from what I understand, for the highway department, the community corrections. So he knows our area, he knows what's going on. He comes highly recommended, so my recommendation would be to hire him and accept his letter of engagement. Motion.
Second. We have a motion and a second to accept Barnes and Thornburg for the financing, the legal aspect of the financing of the bonds.
Bond counsel, yep.
Just for the audience, again, there are, according to Andrew, our legal counsel, there are like only 3, maybe 4 firms that can handle this. So I believe the commissioners for the motion and second are in favor of using the same bond counsel that has worked with the county before and knows our situation very well. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this issue?
Do we have a cost of what it's going to cost us to use this firm, approximately?
It is, let me pull it up here. I can clarify here.
I'm trying to find it myself.
It is a percentage of whatever the bond ends up being at the end.
Percentage of the bond?
A percentage of the bond. That's how the bond counsel, from my understanding, is how it works. It's a percentage of what the bond is. So if the bonds ends up being 40 million or 45 million or 50 million, it's a percentage of whatever that is. And that's the standard in the industry, from what I understand.
What's the percentage that they're going to charge?
It doesn't. I don't think it's there.
Okay, hold on. It will range between 64,000 to 68,000, but will not exceed 68,000, depending on how the bond prices itself out.
Okay. I'm just curious, we've not gotten a price from anybody else, just this one firm. I hear that there's 2 others recommended, 2 other firms recommended to do this. Isn't that what you said?
No, there's other firms that can do it in the state, but we don't have any other recommendations.
Okay.
So,
There's only like 3 or 4 that are even capable of doing this.
Yeah.
I did ask about the, it says something about additional cost. And my concern was, what are those additional costs? And so there is a part in the contract that now says that their additional cost will be no more than $250. So that's certainly reasonable. And the other part that I had asked was what additional costs there were going to be. And as it is unknown, it can be pretty close, but unknown, that the bonds will have to be posted in the newspaper, so there'll be additional cost to the county for publishing whatever needs to be done there, whether it's online and so that will be just a direct cost that will run through them. They will make no money, no extra money on that. It'll be whatever it costs for that advertising. Is there anyone else in the audience? Questions, comments?
Just to clarify, they will not get paid unless the bond goes through. So if we end up deciding and the council decides not to go with the bond, they do not get paid anything. It's all based on the selling of the bond.
Anything else? We have a motion and a second to accept Barnes and Thornburg for the issuing of the bonds on the legal aspect. Hearing no one, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 3-0. I don't think there's anything to sign. Okay. We have the contract for Peters Franklin Limited for municipal finance advisors and consultants. This firm would be providing municipal advisory services in relation to the issuance of the proposed jail bonds.
So, Jeff Peters is already the current financial advisor for the council. We'd have to hire him to help with the jail bond issues. You on there?
Nikki is.
Nikki is in. You want to explain what you'd be doing during this process, Nikki?
Yeah, so, we'll put together all. Right, so we'll help with sizing of the bonds. Once, we know a guaranteed max price, we'll put all the other costs together, and then there's a document that we have to submit to the, potential buyers of the bonds. So we'll assist the underwriter with that process. We put the document together. We'll be responsible for helping with the rating, requesting the rating that needs to be sold, needs to be obtained for these bonds. So we help with the rating, we put the bond documents together, we assist with the sale date, doing our own independent analysis, along with, your underwriter's analysis. We help with the bond sale. After the bond sale, then we'll help with more finance documents and then the closing of the bonds, helping that close, doing all the required documents on the financial side.
Thank you. So my recommendation is to hire him. It's be $49,500. It's underneath the $50,000 minimum for quotes. They already being hired by the council, that it's being behoove us to have the same person working with the council and working with us on this process, since the council is the one that's ultimately going to decide if they decide to go forward with the bond or not. And they've already chosen them to be his financial advisor. So I make the motion to accept.
Second it.
And again, Mr. Peters is, my understanding is, worked with Community Corrections and the
Correct.
Highway
The Highway
Project
Department.
both. And I believe it'll be, well, it's, paper will have this, correct? You have a copy of this? Not yet?
No.
I thought it was one I sent. Okay. Anyone in the audience wish to speak on this? Hearing no one. Any other discussion among the commissioners?
I just think it makes sense to hire him since he's already the council for council. And he's worked with us before, so he knows what we can do, and he did a good job before, so.
Hearing no one else, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0.
You want to go to the underwriter?
Is that how you say it, Stiefel? Yeah. You can, move forward with that.
Okay, so we also have to hire a underwriter to help with the bond. They'll work closely with the financial advisor and with the bond counsel. I would recommend Andrew Lapham. He is the one that's been underwriting for the highway department and the community corrections. Kind of sticking with that same team that has done a really good job with the previous bonds that we've had in our, out here, and to make sure that we kind of, they understand financially what the county is going through and everything like that. So that's who I would recommend for the underwriting position.
And he's with this Stiefel.
Correct.
For Stiefel, Nicholas and Company Incorporated.
Yes, and he also gets paid based on what the bond ends up being.
So the cost is unknown at this time.
It's a percentage, yes.
Yeah, it's still a percentage.
Yeah, but it's unknown what the final cost of that would be. But he would work with everybody else, but again, he would not get paid unless the bond actually goes through.
For the recommendation, is there a motion then?
Also move.
Do we have a second?
Oh, second, yeah, I thought I made the motion, I'm sorry. Yes, I second it.
You never said I move.
I get it.
You did a lot of talking, but you didn't say I move.
Yep.
Is there anyone in the audience that wishes to speak on this? Hearing no one? Anything from the commissioners again?
And it's part of that same team that we've done great bonds in the past, that's done really well, and so.
I mean, doing a project of this nature and this volume, you definitely want to go with somebody you know and somebody you trust, and they've done a good job for us before, so my recommendation.
Yep. Hearing no one else, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 3-0. Is the Peters Franklin Limited? That's part of this one? No.
Already did that one. These are the signature.
Oh, okay.
So all we have now is the questions with the RFP.
Yeah,
So,
we have these two.
yeah. You want to take a short break and see if Andrew can make it down here, because I do have questions.
He's responding to me right now. He is in the, like in the deposition, may be done in about 10 minutes.
Minutes?
I say we make a motion to take a recess.
Let's have a 15-minute recess.
Yep.
call this meeting back to order of the Commissioners concerning the jail bid process, et cetera. I do apologize. We were waiting on our legal counsel to be here, and apparently it's not going to happen. So again, I apologize for this. It was out of our hands. So anyway, and we do want to do this right the first time. Moving on, though, we're going to have the request for proposals and qualifications to design, build, and operate and maintain the DeKalb County New Jail Project through a public-private partnership agreement.
So one of the questions that I wanted to have Andrew confirm for me, and he did give me advice on there, is the previous commissioners did pay for a blueprint jail to be designed. Since us commissioners have not 100% or elected them to do it, we're going to, part of this RFPQ is any engineering firm that wants to put on it with a team, and that there's going to be open to it. So basically what we're asking for is we're going to be building a jail. We're looking for a BOT partner. Whatever team you guys want to bring to the table is what we're going to go to evaluation for. We do have my personal opinion, we have a preferred jail design, but it doesn't mean that you get another designer can come in and cheaper and any other options on it. So that was the question we had back and forth. I've talked to Elevitis about it too. We're all on the same page to understand that if another engineering firm wants to come in and want to design a different jail, it's going to come down to what ultimately the price is going to be. Now, I have my preferred method of it, but doesn't necessarily mean you guys don't have a chance at it. So that was kind of why we had these questions with the lawyer. He was going to explain some of that. So I would make the motion to go ahead and publish the RFP that I've presented to you guys with the amendment to update the original dates on that, because all those dates were set for the Monday meeting. So we'll update the dates in the previous, for the timelines that are required by legislation to 30 days out and all that stuff. So we'll get those updated, and then we'll get those out to you. That's my recommendation and my motion. You know what I mean?
I'll second it.
Do we, just a quick question, are we going to leave the due date still on as Friday, September 4th?
No, we have to see what the statutory requirements are for how long it has to be out for. So Susan and I will work on that and have it updated to the proper dates on it before we send it out.
Okay. Any other questions, comments from commissioners? Anyone in the audience? Does everybody understand what we said? Or what Commissioner Dooley said?
A lot of this goes for transparency, so everybody knows what's going on, so we've moved, using the old plans, we have to update and get other suggestions or other people so we keep it all up and up.
Yep.
Hearing no one, we have a motion to accept the proposal for qualifications to design, build, operate, and maintain the DeKalb County New Jail Project through a public-private partnership agreement. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 3-0. So, go ahead. Elevitis.
Nope.
We don't have to do anything at this point.
Nope. And so the other thing that we have to go over is Andrew's contract. So he's going to have to go above and beyond his normal county attorney fees. So he has proposed a proposal to do his normal hourly rate. I cannot think of what that is off the top of my head right now, but it would not exceed $7,000 for all the other extra work that he would have to do for the jail. So I'd make the proposal or motion to accept that.
We have a motion and a second to not to exceed, would you say, $7,000 in additional fees for all the work that our attorney is going to have to endure. Any other comments or suggestions? Hearing none. Anyone in the audience? Hearing no one. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. One additional comment from myself is that Apparently, we commissioners have been asked already what is going to happen with the old jail. At this time, I believe I'm speaking for the other two commissioners as well, that we will not even touch doing something with the old jail until we are down the road and positive that the new jail project is going to move forward. I think that'd be in everybody's best interest to get this part taken care of with a new jail before we even think about what's going to happen with the old jail. So I would please ask everyone to have due diligence, and we'll talk about the old jail down the road a ways.
Yeah, we're not gonna surprise you. It'll be putting together a committee or whatever to look into it, to see what's best for the county, best use of that jail. So, that's a long ways away yet.
Pretty much make sure this is a go first before we go down that path, so.
Does any other commissioner have any comment?
I'm just glad to see so many people came and that are interested in this project. It's gonna be huge, and we wanna do it right the first time, and so that's why we're taking some of the steps we're taking, so.
And then Susan and I will work together on getting those dates finalized on that proposal, and we'll get it out to you guys so you guys can have it, okay? What's that, Susan? No, not that.
No. Anyone in the audience wish to speak on the new jail project? Hearing no one, no other commissioner issues? Hearing no one, if there's no one opposed, we will stand adjourned. Hearing no one, we are adjourned.